Taoism, an ancient Chinese philosophical and religious tradition that continues to offer profound insights for modern life. At its heart, Taoism, often also called Taoism, invites us to align ourselves with the Tao, the fundamental, ineffable principle that underpins and permeates the entire universe. But before we get into it, hey, I'm Aqua or Aquarius of Fallen Snow if you don't know me. Welcome to another video on my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Happy to have you back again. In this video we're going to be doing a deep dive and breakdown of Taoism or Taoism, looking into its origins and the history from ancient China to the modern world. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. In an era defined by constant acceleration and escalating complexity, Taoism's emphasis on balance, simplicity, and a deep connection with nature resonates with many who yearn for a more grounded existence. From its deceptively simple concept of Wu Wei, often translated as non-action or effortless action, to the holistic understanding of the self as interwoven with the cosmos, Taoism offers a refreshingly unique perspective on existence that has subtly yet profoundly influenced Chinese culture for millennia. Today, its wisdom remains a beacon for those navigating the intricate current of contemporary life. Taoism's journey begins in the midst of ancient China, with its earliest roots arguably tracking back to prehistoric, shamanic practices and indigenous spiritual beliefs. However, it crystallized into a distinct philosophical tradition during the tumultuous Warring States period from 471 to 221 BCE. This was an era of immense social upheaval, constant conflict, and profound philosophical ferment as thinkers grappled with how to restore order and harmony to a fractured world. The figure traditionally credited with founding Taoism is Lao Tzu, believed to have lived in the 5th century BCE. The name Lao Tzu itself translates to Old Master, hinting at his legendary status. While historical records are sparse and modern scholars often debate whether Lao Tzu was a single historical individual or a composite, legendary personifications of Taoist wisdom, his attributed teachings form the bedrock of the tradition. Taoism thus developed alongside other great Chinese philosophical traditions like Confucianism, often providing a fascinating counterpoint, a focus on spontaneous harmony with nature, as opposed to Confucianism's emphasis on a meticulous social order and ritual adherence. While Lao Tzu stands as a towering, often enigmatic, foundational figure of Taoism, its rich tapestry was woven by several other crucial figures and their profound textual contributions. One such luminary is Lao Tzu from the 4th century BCE. His philosophical work, also bearing his name, the Lao Tzu, is a masterpiece of allegorical storytelling, poetic prose, and profound wisdom. It expands upon the Tao Te Ching's themes of humor, paradox, and whimsical rejection of conventional distinctions, encouraging liberation through understanding the unity of all things. Later in the 2nd century CE, Zhang Taoling emerged, distinguishing himself as the founder of the Way of the Celestial Masters. This marked a pivotal moment as it became the first organized Taoist religious community, beginning the institutionalization of Taoist thought and practice. Centuries later, from the 5th to 6th century CE, Tao Hongxing played an indispensable role as a scholar and alchemist, compiling and preserving vital Taoist scriptures, ensuring their continuity for future generations. The undisputed text of Taoism is the Tao Te Ching. This remarkably concise work, comprising just 81 short chapters, is a cornerstone of global philosophy. Its terse poetic verses are littered with meaning, inviting contemplation and multiple interpretations. Other essential texts includes the aforementioned Sheng Tzu and the expansive Taoist canon, a monumental compilation of scriptures, rituals, and teachings amassed over centuries, reflecting the evolving spiritual and philosophical landscape of Taoism. At the very heart of Taoism lies the elusive yet omnipresent concept of Tao. While often translated as the Way, this term encompasses far more. The Tao is considered the ultimate reality, the source from which all existence springs, and the inherent natural order that governs the entire universe. It is consistently described as ineffable and transcendent, fundamentally beyond human comprehension, description, or even naming. As the Tao Te Ching famously states, the Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. From this profound understanding of the Tao, several key Taoist concepts emerge, guiding its philosophy and practices. Perhaps the most famous and often misunderstood concept, Wu Wei, is frequently translated as non-action or effortless action. This isn't about passivity or laziness. Instead, it emphasizes acting in spontaneous harmony with the natural flow of the Tao without forcing or striving against the inherent tendencies of things. It's about being effective by aligning with the natural course of events. Next, the iconic complementary forces that represent all aspects of life. Light and shadow, male and female, hot and cold, active and passive. The yin and yang, they are not opposing forces, but rather interdependent energies that constantly transform into one another, illustrating the dynamic balance that pervades the cosmos. Qi or qi is a concept that refers to the vital energy or life force that flows through all things, living being, natural phenomena, and the universe itself. Understanding and cultivating qi is central to many Taoist practices aimed at health and longevity. Dairan, this beautiful term translates to naturalness or spontaneity. It emphasizes living in accordance with one's true, unadulterated nature, free from artificial constraints, societal pressures, or rigid dogmas. It's about being authentically oneself, unburdened by external expectations. Taoism fundamentally views the self not as a separate, isolated individual, but holistically. It actively rejects the notion of an individualized self detached from its surroundings. Instead, it posits the self as intimately and inextricably connected with nature, the flow of the Tao, and the broader universe, a seamless part of the grand cosmic dance. Taoist ethics flow directly from its core philosophy, living in harmony with the Tao. This doesn't involve rigid moral codes, but rather a cultivation of virtues that foster natural alignment. These virtues include simplicity, embracing an uncluttered existence, spontaneity, acting authentically from one's inner nature, and non-interference, refraining from imposing one's will unnecessarily upon others or the natural world. The practical applications of Taoist wisdom are diverse and embody its holistic approach to human well-being. Meditation and breathing exercises as practices are central to stilling the mind, cultivating inner peace, and becoming more attuned with the flow of qi. Tai Chi and Qigong. These gentle, flowing movement practices are renowned for their physical and spiritual health benefits, promoting balance, flexibility, and the harmonious circulation of vital energy within the body. Dietary practices often aimed at promoting longevity and enhancing health are practices that emphasize natural, nourishing foods that support the body's intrinsic balance. Taoist alchemy exists in two primary forms. External alchemy, which historically involved the use of chemicals and minerals to seek elixirs of immortality, though this aspect is less common today. And the internal alchemy, a highly sophisticated meditative energy practice focused on transforming and refining one's internal ki for spiritual advancement and longevity. Taoism's subtle yet profound influence extends far beyond its direct practitioners, permeating various aspects of Chinese and Eastern Asian culture. Its concepts of balance, harmony, and interconnectedness have fundamentally shaped traditional Chinese medicine, which views health as a dynamic equilibrium of internal energies. Practices like Feng Shui, the art of arranging space in harmony with natural energy flows, also owe a significant debt to Taoist principles. Moreover, Taoist ideas have seamlessly integrated into other Eastern Asian cultures, particularly in Japan and Korea, where they have influenced everything from Zen Buddhism to material art. In more recent decades, the ancient wisdom of Taoism has found increasing popularity and resonance in the West. Its principles are now explored in diverse fields such as alternative medicine, as well as informing practices like acupuncture and herbal medicine. Its emphasis on respecting natural processes align deeply with environmental ethics and the growing awareness of ecological interconnectedness. Furthermore, Taoist ideas have been embraced within personal growth philosophies, offering pathways to stress reduction, mindfulness, and a more authentic way of living in an increasingly demanding world. In our rapidly evolving modern world, the ancient principles of Taoism offer surprisingly relevant and potent insights for navigating contemporary challenges. The concept of Wu Wei provides a powerful antidote to the pervasive pressures of constant striving and burnout. By encouraging effortless action and aligning with natural momentum, it offers a pathway to greater effectiveness and reduced stress, fostering a healthier work-life balance. Taoism's deep emphasis on harmony with nature resonates profoundly with current environmental movements and the urgent need for sustainable practices. It reminds us of our intrinsic connection to the natural world and the importance of respecting its delicate balance. Practical Taoist health practices, including meditation, Tai Chi, and Qigong, are increasingly embraced globally for stress relief, improved physical well-being, and enhanced mental clarity, proving their enduring efficacy in a world grappling with chronic stress. And finally, the Taoist view of interconnectedness, seeing the self as inseparable from the universe, aligns remarkably with modern ecological and system thinking, offering a philosophical framework for understanding complex global challenges and fostering collaborative solutions. In conclusion, Taoism, with its profound emphasis on harmony, balance, and a deep connection with nature, offers a compelling and calming alternative to the often fragmented, fast-paced, and disconnected nature of modern life. Whether approached as a guiding philosophy, a disciplined set of practices, or simply a unique lens through which to understand the universe, the Taoist way continues to offer valuable insights for navigating the inherent complexities as humanity faces global challenges that increasingly demand a more holistic understanding of our place within the interconnected web of life. The ancient wisdom of Taoism may prove more relevant and essential than ever before. Thank you for joining me on this profound exploration of Taoism. May you find harmony in your own path along the way. What a beautiful philosophy and way of looking at life it is. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out the other one I posted recently about the history of philosophy, as well as the other shorter video I have posted so far, similar to this style, looking into Zoroastrianism, which seems to have influenced the creation and early Abrahamic religions, as well as seemingly conceiving the idea of good and bad in the universe, which we see echoed not only through Taoism with the yin and yang, through Buddhism, but also the Abrahamic religions, right? So again, if that sounds interesting to you, I'll make sure to have the videos linked in the eye icon or in the description of this video so you can easily find them. And while you're down there, you might as well drop a like if you enjoyed, and I always appreciate comments of constructive criticism or hearing what you think about what I'm talking about in my videos. Don't forget to subscribe, not only to help us build the community, but then you never miss a new upload, especially if you hit the bell to turn on notifications. But that being said, I'd like to keep this video on the shorter side, and stay tuned because I'll have more videos in this style coming very soon. But that being said, I'll leave this one here for now. Like I say in all my videos, I love you, stay safe, good luck, and take it easy.